This is Ray Grosswirth from Rochester, New York. As you can see, there are two chairs before me. I want you to imagine that I am speaking with the Speaker of the House and the Majority Leader of the U.S. Senate. Seated right next to me is Clint Eastwood. He'll be observing as I have this little conversation with the leaders of Congress. If you've been following the presidential campaign as closely as I have, you are probably getting a little frustrated. We're seeing a lot of rhetoric, we're seeing name-calling, character assassinations, yet we're finding very little in the way of specifics in relation to the issues that we're all very concerned about. And this involves the economy, foreign policy, our military presence throughout the world, and a number of other issues that simply are not being addressed. At least they were not addressed at the Republican convention, and I have my doubts about the Democratic convention as well. So I invited the Speaker of the House and the Majority Leader of the Senate here today so we can discuss the discouragement that is being felt across America during this presidential campaign. Okay, both of you, we have seen in the presidential campaign so far charges from both sides that either one or the other is responsible for our high rate of unemployment in America. I think both of you need to get the message across that a president does not create jobs. At the very best, he can sit down with members of the House and Senate and discuss ways of perhaps providing an incentive for employers to create jobs. I think even Mr. Eastwood would agree with me on this particular point. You want me to shut up? Well, no, I'm not shutting up, because it's you, the Congress and the Senate, who are holding up progress in America. Barack Obama, in all good faith, has tried to work with both of your respective bodies. And time after time, the Congress and the Senate has stalled legislation that could have moved America forward. So don't blame the president. Okay, let's talk about our current foreign policy. I will admit a mistake was made with President Bush when it came to our war in Iraq. He should have consulted much more than he did with the Congress and the Senate before declaring war in Iraq. It's my personal opinion that we would have come out much further ahead in Afghanistan if we had not been distracted with our venture in Iraq. So yes, President Bush should have consulted with both the Senate and the House more than he did. Consequently, Barack Obama has been left with these two wars, and we seem to find ourselves in a quagmire on how to get out. I have been involved in both parties. I'm a former Republican. I'm presently a Democrat. Yet I don't vote strictly on the party line. That's why I'm very anxious to hear from the presidential candidates about any concrete ideas they might have to move our nation forward. Excuse me? You want me to do what to myself? I don't think so. I don't think Clint expects that either. I think at Clint's heart, he simply wants to see more jobs created in America. I would disagree with him on the president playing a major role in this. As stated, it's up to the House and Senate to help create an atmosphere in which employers feel more comfortable concerning creating more jobs. Now, don't you agree with this? Thank you. There are many more issues we can talk about, but I think I'm going to allow Clint to have the final word. Is there anything that you want to say, Clint?
All right. I'll start it, you finish it. Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.